second stimulus check update today, and I'm sick of discussing it. Hello, everybody. My name is Johnny Campbell, professional speaker, entrepreneur, and I'm here to create this quick video to share with you that this is the second stimulus check update, and I'm sick of discussing it. Now, I don't know if you're like me or not, but my feed is filled with stimulus check updates. And in those updates, it's always either it's good news one day, it's bad news the next day, but it's never a resolution coming. And after a while of watching these videos and these other individuals talking about it, I began to think about something. I guess this shows my age here, but I began to think about the old Peanuts cartoon with Charlie Brown. And this is where Charlie Brown is sitting there in a field and Sally has a football. And Charlie Brown is us. And we're looking at that football as that stimulus check and that package relief. And the government is Sally. And in our minds, we're thinking that this is the day that we're going to finally run down that field and kick that ball. This is the day because she's holding the ball and she's looking at us like, this is your stimulus check. This is it. So we begin to run. And as we run down the field there, we get to the last moment. And just like in the cartoon, she pulls the ball away. Charlie Brown spins up in the air and lands flat on his back. And then once he lands on his back, she looks over him and gives him a piece of advice about life. And that's how I feel we, the American people, we as individuals are Charlie Brown. Every time we think this is our moment, then something happens. Something falls apart. The deal goes away. Things don't happen. All of a sudden, what we were hoping to happen doesn't happen. And we're delayed again. And then they give us some little piece of advice that's supposed to help us feel better about ourselves, but we're laying flat on our backs and broke. And because of all of that, that's why I'm sick of discussing the stimulus check and the relief packages. See, here's the thing about it. These stimulus discussions would be over a long time ago if the people who serve us suffered like us. See, it's an amazing thing that happens when your paycheck is affected. See, if each and every person involved, from the congressmen to the senators and everyone involved in this, if we were to say, you cannot receive your paycheck until you reach an agreement and a bill is approved, I bet you to get their attention. It's funny how when your money's messed up, it's funny how when someone's holding up your money, that resolutions, solutions, and things get resolved real fast. And I think that if they were unable to receive their paychecks, however they get paid, but you don't get paid till that gets approved, I bet you it would get approved really fast because they would now be in it with us. See, it's easy to delay when you're always getting paid. It's hard for them to have a level of empathy and understanding because their financial lives have not been disrupted by this process. See, here's the other part of the puzzle. And this is the irony of it. It's your money, America. It's our money. We give the money to serve us and our interests. It's not their place to use the money the way they choose to use it. See, we're in unprecedented times right now. And it's not right for them to tell us the best way to use the money, which is the taxpayers' money that we pay. The country goes as the American people go. And if we want money and we want the money back to use it for what we need to, then that's how it goes. You don't get the money and get to do what you want to do with it. You get the money to do what we say you're supposed to do with it. That's the whole idea here. That's the process. But yet somehow people act at the higher levels of government like they're somebody's parent telling us how we're supposed to be. You're there because we put you there. You're not there because you were chosen from some other place, some other authority. The people chose you. And just as the people have chosen you, the people cannot choose you. It is our interests. It is our needs. that need to be followed through on as the country goes, as the American people go. That's why I'm sick of talking about the stimulus checks and package relief. I'm tired of hearing because there's nothing going. There's nothing going in a direction of resolution. Another part of this puzzle is health and politics. Neither two should meet. Each should stay in their own lane. When it comes to your health, you don't go to a politician to get health advice. When it comes to an issue with your state or the government, that's when you go to a politician to discuss those things, because they're the ones in position to discuss those issues. When it comes to your personal health and your life, you rely on the information provided by health professionals. See, what's happened now is that these two have been muddled together, health and politics, and each values and beliefs are totally different on the same issue. Each one sees the scenario from a different situation. And because each one can see it from a different situation, suddenly what's most important gets muddled up. But I want you to get back to the practicality of things in your life right now, the simple practicality of things. Your life is based on simple principles. When you have health problems and health crisis, you go to a health professional. When you're having issues with your schools, with your state, with public issues, that's when we seek out politicians' advice. When those two come together, there's a conflict that arises, and everyone gets confused, and everyone gets upset. When everyone should just stay focused and stay in their lane. Let the health people talk about health, advise those in politics what needs to be done, and stay focused and do what the one that's most qualified says. But yet, everything gets muddled up. Everything gets messed up. And that's why, once again, I'm sick of talking about stimulus checks and package release, because nothing's getting done. Now, when it comes to money, let me give you a quick idea about money real fast here. What do people really want when it comes to stimulus checks and money and relief? You know what people really want? And at the end of the day, no matter what race, religion you are, it doesn't matter which one you are, everybody wants the same thing at the end of the day. They want their kids to be healthy. They want to have a safe place to live. They want to have good schools for their kids to go to. They want some money in their pocket so they can spend it on what they want to spend it on, and they want to be left alone. That's what people really want. Let me repeat that. They want their kids to grow up and be healthy. They want to have a home and feel safe. They want good schools for their kids. They want some money in their pocket, which is their job and their career that puts money in their pocket at a fair wage. And they want to be left alone. That's what people really want. Left alone to their own devices. This is what people really are looking for. But yet somehow every time we lose sight of this. And the next thing I hear, well, the negotiations have stalled and fallen apart. They've stalled and fallen apart because you've lost focus on what's most important to the American people. But I've got some good news for everybody out there listening to this. Got some good news that this change and this disruption is an opportunity to grow and to become a better version of yourself and of your own, and creating a better situation. See, I feel like we're being sucked back into the old ways of things. See, as we went through this unprecedented time here, people are talking about going back to the way it used to be. You don't want to go back to the way it used to be. There was bureaucracy, there was complacency, and there was always an excuse why we couldn't do something. This disruption has created things to happen in new and exciting ways. Frankly, I don't want things to go back to the way they used to be. I like the fact that things are becoming something new. The old way, there was too many rules, too many limitations, too many policies, too many consequences. It stifled a person's ability to create, to be expressive, and to invent, because there was always something in the way. This event caused things to open up. There are companies that have created better products now. There are companies that have created better services now. There are companies who will deliver to you who in the past would have never delivered an ounce to you of anything. But now they deliver. There are companies that have birthed from this who can provide services that we never imagined possible. There are so many things that have happened because of this disruption. And I don't want things to go back to the way they used to be. Now, of course, when you say that, people long for the good old days. The good old days, trust me, weren't that great. Today, where we're at today is actually better because of the things that are happening right now. Now, of course, there's tragedy, and of course, there's loss, and I grieve and I mourn for all of those things. But we have to go forward here. That's the only way to make this work. But we can't get our minds wrapped around this same old thing over and over again, because that's where we're going back to, the same old thing again. That's why I'm sick of talking about stimulus checks and relief packages. And the reason I'm so sick of this, talking about it, is because every time they bring it up, it makes us wait, it makes us wonder, it makes us watch, and we are missing opportunities to do things. Every time the stimulus update comes out, it causes me to pause, it causes me to ponder, and it creates procrastination. It causes me to, and now all of that is a huge thing called resistance. And I feel that that resistance is hard for me to physically shake. And the reason that I feel like it's so hard for me to physically shake is because it's not allowing me. It's not allowing me to grow. Here's an idea. Why don't they just tell us the truth? Why don't they just tell us that no help is coming and you're on your own now? Now understand this. I would be upset if they told me that. You're on your own. That's like Thunderdome. You're on your own now. Figure it out for yourself. I would be upset, but I would appreciate that, because then I would know that it's up to me. I would feel even more empowered to do what I needed to do for my family. I would know that I've got to do more without anybody else sparking that motivation in me. Now, everyone out there probably has their own personal motivation for doing things, but I guarantee you, if they told you that no help was coming and you were on your own, it'd be just like when that toilet paper ran out. You'd find some toilet paper somewhere. You would become resourceful. But every time they tell us that help is on the way, we wait and we watch. And here's the thing. They're never going to tell us that help is not coming, because they know what that would mean. They know that the American people who put those people in place, in office, those same people would be fired. If they told us no help is coming, fend for yourself, we'd fire everybody in DC. We'd fire everybody that's in charge. And we would put people there who understand us and understand the needs that we have. See, those individuals that we've placed there, we've entrusted with them something so important. And that's our hopes and dreams for the future. And those hopes and dreams, we give them in the votes that we provide to them. But if they can't deliver on what we need, then they need to be honest about that. But they can't be honest about it because they know what that will mean. They'll get fired. So they tell us it's on the way. Keep the faith. Hold on. Don't stop believing. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm sick of hearing that type of verbiage, because that's not a plan. That's not a plan for the future. That's not a strategy. That is not even a goal. We need clear plans and direction, and not just talk, but actual steps, concrete steps. And at this point, it seems like we just get the same old talk over and over again. Once again, just like Charlie Brown waiting to kick that football. They're holding that ball there, and we're looking at it, and we're running toward it. And Sally's holding it. That's the Congress, that's Senate, and anyone in charge. And as we get right there to put all of our energy into accepting and getting that check, they pull it away. And when they pull that away from us, we land flat on our backs. And that's where we lay, looking up. Well, let me give you some good news. When you're laying flat on your back looking up, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And I think that we've reached a point where we have to make a decision for ourselves as to what we're going to do. Each and every person watching this video, you have to decide for yourself, what am I going to do to stimulate my own economy? What am I going to do to create some better results for myself? Because I'm tired of listening to stimulus check conversations, and maybe one day it will happen. Maybe one day this conversation that I'm having with everyone right now will come to a resolution, and you'll say, hey, Johnny, we got it done. But what do we do until then? Do we sit around and wait and wonder? Do we pause and ponder and procrastinate? What do we do? We have to make a decision for ourselves to take action, to prepare ourselves for this. Just like you do your own life right now, when you have your own insurance for your life, your insurance for your car, you work on these things yourself. And if you're watching this video, that's what I do every single day as an entrepreneur. I try to work on things to make things better. And the reason I created this video was I got tired. I just got tired of hearing the same old stuff. And maybe this is a rant, maybe this is a vent, or maybe there are people out there who feel the same way as I do. But I just felt like something needed to be said out loud. And maybe it's therapeutic in the same sense. But the purpose of this video also is to inspire you to think about what you can do. But then also, for those that are interested, is to say, hey, if you're looking for someone to help you be better at what you're already doing entrepreneur-wise, I'm someone that can be there to help you. See, one thing that I do besides offering inspiration is I help people turn their hobbies and their interests and knowledge into an online business. And that's something that I do for quite a number of people. Now, I'm not the most famous guy in the world, but after 20 years of product development and creation, I kind of know a few things about how you market, how you create products, and how you bring them to marketplace. Now, if you're somebody that's interested in that, you're someone I would love to speak to. If you're not, that's cool. Watch the channel, stay motivated. For the video here, please subscribe to the channel. For those that would like to turn their knowledge and hobby into an online business, I want you to go to the box, click in my description box, and there's a way for you to text me. You text me at 31996, and the message that's in there, which has to do with the side hustle, that's the word you would type in, the side hustle. You type that in, and then you'll be on a list. You'll be on a notification list that when I release an online training program that helps people in that area, you'll be notified, and you can come over and you can check it out. That's what I have to offer to those that are interested. But for everyone else here that's listening to this, I don't know about you, but I'm sick of hearing about stimulus checks and relief packages that have not come to offer relief. If you're like me, please subscribe to the channel here. Go inside the notification there, get notification from me, hit the description box, and let's stay connected. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Johnny Campbell, and I want you to always remember this when it comes to your life and your own success. The elevator to success is broken, but if you're willing to do the work and not wait on a stimulus check, but do what you need to do, the stairs to your dreams are always available. Thank you.